Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Sarah, this is Nick. We're a British couple who left the UK many years ago in search of something different. We bought a small village house in Andalucia and a little old van to take us and our 2 dogs on new adventures.
Over the last few years we've explored over 25 countries in our old van, but now, after receiving an incredible offer, we backpacked from southern Spain to northern Europe to collect a replacement home on wheels.
We've spent the last few months in Germany making the van our own, with a little bit of travel in between. After finally getting our export plates, we left Germany and are on our way south. Join us in today's vlog as we cross France, take on the Pyrenees and prepare for the difficult task that lies ahead.
Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to France.
Cold, really cold.
We are well and truly in France. We've done a serious bit of driving. We're pretty much like 300 kilometers from the border.
Of Spain, to Spain.
To Spain.
Yes, so somewhere in southwestish, sort of south central France, and yeah, it's been horrendous weather. The whole journey is absolutely tipped it down, hasn't it?
The worst rain I think I've ever seen. Like the visibility on the roads was crazy. The roads were flooded. Our second park up, we almost got flooded in, massive puddles.
Open the door in the morning, how are we going to get out of here?
Crazy weather, but it is October, isn't it? It's only to be expected.
Yeah, so today is a day of more driving and hopefully we're going to get into Spain, but we are doing a little mission on the way. We are actually picking up a bulkhead for this van. We think it's going to fit, it should all be okay. Someone offered it as a bulkhead, and if you've been following along, you'll know that we have to take everything out of this van, our camper van, to be able to import it into Spain as an empty van, and then we have to do the whole camperization again. So it's like we've got a van that's already built, but we've got to unbuild it and then build it again.
A rebuild's much easier than a build, so.
But yeah, for that we do, for the import, we do need a bulkhead to kind of get it back to how it was originally, if you like. So that's the sort of mission today, and then a whole lot more driving.
Hopefully getting to Spain. Yeah, the journey's been miserable. We did have one silver lining. Is that a chip butty, a chip baguette?
We're having chip and avocado baguettes, talk about carb on carb. And the funny thing is, we didn't even want chips, right? We just pulled into the car park because Nick needed a pee. And there's loads of sweet chestnuts everywhere. So we thought, oh, let's get some. This woman ran over and said, oh, this is a private car park, you have to buy something. So we bought chips, just so we could get a load of sweet chestnuts. First time we've ever tried a chip and avocado baguette. Have you ever tried a chip and avocado baguette?
How is it?
So we've got about blinking, I don't know, 15 kilos of chestnuts. So we collected all of these in the rain and they're a bit mucky. So last night we spent like ages just drying our chestnuts whilst we were watching our show. And now we have a big box full of chestnuts. Don't know what we're going to do with them.
Eat them.
And just like that, we have a bulkhead in the back of the van, ready to be fitted when we take everything else out of the van.
Hey guys, thank you.
Oh, lovely couple. Pete and Alison there.
I didn't like them that much. Joking. No, really nice. Yeah.
Really nice couple. And now we have a bulkhead.
We were thinking we could have arrived there yesterday evening, last night, but it was late, it was dark, didn't want to arrive, you know, in the dark when you haven't met someone before, and you know, they could have been weirdos. Luckily they weren't, they're a lovely couple.
He's joking. We didn't want to arrive in the dark yesterday, but we could have stayed there talking to him all day. Just so nice. So we've got our bulkhead and we've got our sweet chestnuts. So our mission in France is done.
Tick tick. will probably see those guys again though, because after travelling through France on a number of occasions, going to Scandinavia, UK, whatever, we've done a number of different routes, and this is probably one of the nicest routes and the nicest areas. It's just south of the Dordogne. I think we were here last year or earlier in this year and briefly explored it because the weather was against us and we were rushed to get back, but it's a beautiful area, incredible river, beautiful typical French villages, and these rolling hillsides of forests and stuff. So we will see these guys again, either here, we'll stop for a cheeky bottle of wine. Pete offered his assistance with the van rebuild should we need it, because he's done I think 2 builds before. So we'll invite them down. We'll have like a rebuild party. Get Frank and Emily down, get these guys down. Invite everyone.
We're all invited to come down to Andalucia and have a rebuild party with us, guys. All of yous. Well, we were hoping that we could, you know, wait until we get to Spain where it's cheaper diesel. No chance. We need another 30 litres to get us over the border, definitely. We've got to cross those Pyrenees, even though we probably go through the tunnel. Anyway, he's not happy, is he?
220 euros, is that now?
He's not happy. It's expensive in France to fill up with fuel.
220 euros in 3 days.
What a really, really cool bridge.
First night with the bulkhead, how do we all find it?
It wasn't good. It really wasn't good. So picture this, right? So we're in here watching a show, watching a movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife film, quite good actually. And you know, the bed was down, as it half is now. Nick was there, I was here, Charlie was there, Dizzy was there, you know, watching a show, laptop was there. So we decided to stop halfway through, feeling really tired. So I reached over and stopped the laptop. It's dark because we watched a show, just had a little light up there. And I seen like a shape on the door here. And I thought, that looks like a spider. Surely not, because it's massive. And it was dark, so I just told myself it wasn't. Got my phone, switched the torch on my phone, and it was a huge spider. Like not even joking, that big the spider was. Big body, big legs, and it was just horrible. I've not seen a spider.
Biggest one we've seen since Malaysia, I'd say, since Asia.
I'd say that's the biggest spider I've seen in my life. Obviously, Charlie was there. It was like this far from Charlie's head. So, it was just so horrible. Anyway, we managed to get the spider. Nick managed to get the spider. I was in that corner like, ah! And then I couldn't sleep. I woke up several times. So now the van is called Spider Van. Instead of Velton, its new name is Spider Van. And we think that the spider may have come from the bulkhead, because obviously there's like a big space in the bulkhead, like in between layers. And that bulkhead was sat in a garage in storage for a while, and you get spiders in garages.
Enough room for a family of spiders in there, isn't there?
Don't! So scary. I'm completely paranoid now that there is loads of spiders in the van, so we need to get back down to Andalucia ASAP. So we didn't actually make it into Spain last night, but we can see the Pyrenees. The plan was we'll keep driving until we can at least see the Pyrenees mountains, because we knew we weren't going to make it across the Pyrenees last night. Plus you don't want to drive across the Pyrenees in the dark, because obviously it's going to be amazing views. But I think we're about an hour, less than an hour to the Spanish border kind of thing. So yeah, not a bad park up in like a community centre car park. It was busy last night, there was music playing till quite late. Woke up this morning and it's just so peaceful, there's nobody here, and yeah, it's totally fine to spend the night. So good little place to park up. I don't know the name of the place or anything like that. We'll put it on the screen if we know it. If not, it's just one of those random ones outside of a little village, in between villages here. And yeah, So let's see what today brings. Hopefully no more spiders.
We are both looking forward to getting back south and getting back to base camp, because not going to lie, as much as we're grateful for this bulkhead, it is a little bit intrusive in the van. You can just, the dogs can both kind of squeeze in. There's 2 little channels for them to get in now. So they can both get in the van, and we can kind of work. You sort of swap it, move it this way, you need to get into the fridge, and move it that way when you need to work in the kitchen. But yeah, it's a little bit tricky to work with.
Stay away from that thing. And I will just add that you can just about get into the bathroom, still use the loo.
You're going to the loo now?
I'm going to the loo now. Just number 1s, by the way. Still, you think about me having number 2s.
Charlie, wait. The other thing is the dogs can't jump down. They're stuck on the bed. Okay guys, I think we're all ready to smuggle some spiders into Spain. Yes. Here we go. Come on, Velton. This is Velton's first test of the mountains. So yeah, I think it'll just breeze through it.
I do believe we are in the Pyrenees National Park now. Obviously amazing views all around, as always. I mean, it's just such a beautiful mountain range here in between France and Spain, isn't it? And there's not much snow at the moment. In fact, these mountains just here, we can't see any snow at all, and you can see on like some of the higher peaks there's just a little dusting right at the top. It has been a mild couple of months, I suppose. But yes, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm starting to get funny already, because I know we've just got to drive through. And as we said before, every time we leave Spain, pretty much we drive through the Pyrenees, and we always seem to be just in a rush and driving through again. Maybe one day we'll come back for a few months and then just explore the whole range, drive across it.
That would be really cool. But hopefully we don't have to drive through too quickly, and we can take in some of the views, and it's a glorious day actually. So yes, onwards. Oh, look at this pretty little town coming up.
Had to pull over and check out this air. Seen a signpost for it. Pull off the road. There's a toilet there, squatter and your normal toilet. You can see a few vans parked over there. There's 2 rivers converging. There's a pretty little old building down there. You got rapids going all the way up through the Pyrenees. The autumn colours are changing already. It's absolutely stunning. Picnic benches, everything here. Incredible. Unfortunately, we haven't got time to stay here. We're just going to carry on, but I've definitely starred this place for our next trip through the Pyrenees, because this would be an awesome place to park up. You're not getting out, love? Oi, started on the snacks already?
I'm eating Nick's driving snacks, which is peanuts and these sticks, but I'm only eating them using the sticks as chopsticks. So I can only eat 1 little peanut at a time.
I'll make them last so much longer.
No, it will, because otherwise you're having like handfuls, you know?
We've
got a long way to go. We've still got like 1,200 kilometres to go, so, you know.
Well, I'll leave you to it.
So, it seems that we missed the tunnel. I think Nick's phone was perhaps set to, you know, avoiding tolls, because I'm sure there's supposed to be a tunnel, and instead we're just going up, up, up and over the mountain, which is obviously absolutely stunning, brilliant drive. And Spider-Van
Spider-Man
is actually, you know, totally fine, of course, doing it all in sort of, you know, third gear. Yeah, I mean, these Pyrenees mountains, they are pretty impressive.
Absolutely stunning. And in Vinny, we weren't brave enough earlier in the year because of his brake situation, and he struggles. He'd be in first most of the way up here.
He'd be in first gear. He would make it, but he'd be in first gear.
So it's nice to be in Velton, and if we've taken a wrong turn and we're driving over the top of them, so be it. Catastrophe. We're not used to Velton yet. Oh, this plastic box, the chestnut box. Oh, that's fallen on the dog bowl. The dog bowl's gone everywhere. There's water everywhere. Luckily, we've got to take everything out. Oh, dears, come and lick it off the floor. Oh, it's a mess in here.
So that's what happens when you drive over the mountains unprepared. All of those steep, narrow, winding roads, and everything in the back comes crash, bang, wallop. And this is not a bad view. We've just parked up here really briefly because there is a tunnel coming up now, and pretty sure that the other side of the tunnel when we come out will be in Spain. Yeah. Also, very sure that Velton has never been to Spain. He was a fish fan in northern Sweden, I think northern Sweden, before Frank and Emily took him over in Sweden and then drove him to Germany. So he definitely hasn't been to Spain. España!
Yay! Made it back to Spain. Now only 1,100 kilometers to go.
Corridor is getting narrower and narrower, but we're managing. Yeah, good to be back in Spain. It's warmer as well already, a little bit warmer. And yeah, so we've just arrived in the little town of Aínsa, and we have been here before many years ago.
We actually came here back in 2018 on our first Europe trip when we did sort of Central Europe. And we came here. It was quite late at night. I think everything was shut. It was quite dark. We had a quick run round, but beautiful, yeah. Like very old looking northern Spain.
And we said that we would come back here one day to see it like in the daytime because we were rushing off. And so here we are. How many years later? 5 years later.
5 years later.
We're passing by again, and we're going to have a little look round. Now again, rushing, but at least it's daytime.
Yeah, it's going to be very rushed. We're just having some food now. In a minute, and then it's going to be very rushed because we want to drive for another couple of hours before it starts getting dark and get to Zaragoza, which is the next sort of goal for today-ish.
We've just done a really quick noodle dish with some noodles and some vegetables and some eggs. A bit of a pad thai.
Ooh.
And then we'll have a quick whiz round the old town. It's quite busy, the car park, like over that way. There's quite a few cars, so yeah. It's a lovely little place if I remember rightly.
But I have to say the route we took into Spain, obviously there's loads of different routes you can take, but that one is absolutely stunning. That has to be one of my favourite routes. You're winding through like tight gorges, following a river and proper jagged peaks, and it wasn't too bad, wasn't too steep. The tunnel's only like 1.5 kilometers. But yeah, absolutely stunning. Like the Pyrenees, I kind of forget about them, forget how beautiful they are, and then every time you drive through them it's like, oh my goodness.
Was hoping for a bit more snow at the top just to make it even more magical, but not complaining. We'll be back.
So guys, this is going to be a really quick one around. Literally we want to get to Zaragoza before it gets dark, but we have to show you this beautiful little medieval town. Aínsa is considered one of the best preserved, if not the best preserved, medieval village or town in the whole of Spain.
Really?
Yeah.
The whole of Spain?
Yeah.
I that's pretty impressive, because there's quite a lot of medieval towns in Spain.
There's a lot of medieval towns in Spain. And it was built in the 12th century to protect the county of Sobrarbe, if I pronounce that correctly. And it's set on the convergence of two rivers with a backdrop of these incredible mountains of Aragon heading into the Pyrenees, and it's definitely well worth a stop off.
You have to come and stop here if you're passing by. Put it on your list, guys, if you're going through the Pyrenees this way. It's so pretty. It's not massive, so it's quite an easy one to do and enjoy for, you know, a few hours. And yeah, I mean, what's this area?
This is like the castle. There's an old castle, and then it leads into the old town and the Plaza Major. So this is the Plaza Major, and from what I remember, there's kind of a little circular route you can do, two sort of parallel roads going around, and just do a quick walk round. But yeah, it does feel like you're just back in time, doesn't it? Back in medieval times.
It's so cool.
I'm not going to lie, it is very nice to be back in Spain and hear that lovely Spanish accent again and understand things.
So you can probably see why they say that this is the best preserved medieval town in the whole of Spain. Like, it's just like this everywhere.
Like we said, it's not very big at all. It's literally a couple of 100 metres long, like the old town.
How many people do you think lived here? There is a new town as well that we drove through, but this is like the old town, the famous bit, if you like. The new town's just normal, with 2,150 inhabitants, I think.
Well remembered.
That's the new town. Well, that's the whole of Aínsa. But who actually lives in this part? Probably not many.
I know, because that's the thing, you see all the shutters are down. You don't see many people coming out of doors or looking out windows.
It's just kind of like a tourist attraction now, isn't it?
It's like a stage set, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's been in any movies, but it could well have been featured in, yeah. I mean, it's definitely worth a visit. It's a shame we haven't got longer, you know, to sit out on a terraza and have a cerveza and tapas.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to the first beer and tapas.
Oh, we haven't had a beer for a few days. We're saving ourselves, you know, so we can have a beer and a tapa. But we're really looking forward to getting home now, actually. I was just saying, because the van's getting dirty and grubby. We've got laundry to do. I know we could just do all these things and clean, but you know, when you come into the end of a trip or a tour, just kind of leave it then, don't you? Charlie needs a bath desperately, doesn't he?
It's only been a few months, but it feels longer. Feels a lot longer.
I think it's because of the stress that we've had over the last, well, it's still a bit stressful, let's face it, as we go back and try and get the van in. But not stressful, but just uncertainty type thing.
But it's been an adventure, isn't it? You know, we left at the end of July with backpacks on and the dogs on the trains and all that up in Germany for the last few months, and now we're back in Spain with a van with Velton,
who's not legal and could be quite difficult to get legal. It's all part of the adventure, guys.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, we're...
Oh, can I just actually say something? When we put the last video out, we mentioned the company that were helping us, or were supposed to be helping us, who was talking to for quite a while. And can I just say that we didn't give them any money? We had quite a few comments saying that we've been scammed, or oh, what a shame that we've lost all of this money. We told you how much they tried to charge us. They wrote us an invoice. They wanted some money off as a deposit, but we didn't actually hand over any money.
Because we were waiting, we were saying, can you guarantee us? We were just about to pay them a deposit of 500 but we were waiting for them to guarantee that it's possible, and they couldn't.
So yeah, so thanks for all your concerns with that. We would have been a lot more stressed and angry if we'd actually paid the company what they were asking, which was over 5 grand actually. Haven't paid out any money yet, apart from the €1,000 on the export plates, which includes your 3 months insurance. That's all we've paid out so far as making the van legal in Spain.
Yeah, so we're all good.
For now. Good morning, welcome to Morata de Jalón.
Bet you've never heard of it, have you? Bet you've never heard of it. Bet no one's ever been here.
Definitely not. So it was just like a case of we're getting tired, we have to stop driving, let's pull off the motorway, look on Park for night. Yep, that's all right, let's do it.
It was dark. We drove past Zaragoza. We wanted to do a big stint. We drove into the night, and yeah, Sarah managed to find this little motorhome stop.
Yeah, completely random. Sorry about the bits and bobs of noise and things going on behind, but the army have just rocked up actually, so they must be on some kind of training exercise.
No tanks, just a minibus.
Just a minibus full of yeah. Anyways, so it's getting a bit tricky, isn't it?
It's getting a bit tricky with this bulkhead.
The first day of having the bulkhead in the van, we thought, oh, this is all right, that's fine. You know, we can just move it this way and get to the fridge and the food cupboards, and then we can move it that way to get to this side of the van. But it's a little bit difficult, as you can imagine, having something this big taking up the back of your van.
Not ideal, is it? Not ideal.
And with that said, we are very much looking forward to getting back to base and unloading, taking everything out of the van, just getting everything sorted.
Can't wait.
Getting this mission going on, folks. It's kind of, yeah, we need to do it. So we are on the last leg of the journey, and it's very nice driving through Spain. The roads are so good. You know, they're so quiet, there's not too much traffic, you know, nice scenery, there's no toll roads, well there is, but you don't need to use the tolls because the roads are so good in comparison.
Incredible. It's nice when you look at it, it says like 900 kilometres to go, 9 hours.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing, that's all free.
It's all free tolls, so it's quite nice after driving through France and Germany that are obviously quite a lot busier, and you have to go on toll roads and things like that. And the fuel prices here are back to obviously
149.
149 yesterday. We pay 149 a litre, and then in Germany and France it was close to €2. It was like 190. So quite a big difference when you're doing long journeys.
Yeah, I mean through France in the space of like 3 or 4 days was it? We put in over €200.
I think we put 270 in. We didn't need to put the last 50. But anyways, we are going to end the vlog now, guys. We are going to do this last bit of the journey, and we'll pick you guys up next week. You don't want to miss the upcoming videos. They are going to be very interesting indeed, aren't they?
Yes.
So thanks all so much for watching.
Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell so you don't miss enthralling upcoming episodes. And yeah, it really helps us out. Follow us on all our socials.
Yeah, and don't forget to leave us a little comment in the description. It can be anything you like, even like a
Good
little
or bad,
emoji, whatever, because it really helps us out when people kind of engage with the video as well. So that's it. Thanks for doing all of those little things. And we'll see you all next Thursday.
Take care, guys. See you next week. Quite nice having an automatic, because you know you can look at your phone and eat food and have a meal and stuff while you're driving.
Not that he does that.
Joking.
He does not do that.
Joking.
He does not break the law whilst driving. He doesn't do any of those things ever.
So Aínsa is considered one of the best preserved, or if not the best perverted.
Do it again.
Oh, yeah. This is how the bathroom works. This is how the toilet works.
Not even funny.
Sarah is actually weeing at the moment.
Darling!